identifiable name. If you are the role taker, you can use role underscore your name. If you are the Toastmaster, visiting Toastmaster, you can use TM underscore your name underscore your club. And if you are a guest, you can use G underscore guest. Rule number 4, don't forget to have fun, because this meeting is supposed to be fun, sportive, and this meeting is supposed to be non-intimidating. So any discouraging gesture or comment are not allowed. And for rule number 5, this is for the on-site participant. Please keep the room clean. Put everything that you bring to this room, get out from this room after the meeting concludes. I think everyone understand about the rule of the meeting. Now we move to the next agenda, is the introduction of Universitas Indonesia Toastmaster Club. Will be led by DTF Emriati. Stage is yours.
Hello, good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Is my voice coming through?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. So actually, I'd like to say thank you for joining our session, our regular meeting. And as I look at the online, we have actually one guest, Toastmaster. Wait a moment. So let me say, prospective Toastmaster Adika Yudhistira. Hi,
Hello.
Toastmaster Adika, how are you? Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
How do you know about our meeting?
I've been here before.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot. So I think you have already listened to the introductions of our club. So in a brief story, this club actually established as part of the training program under the Human Resource Directorate. At the time, the rector is Professor Gumilar Rusliwa Sumantri. And there's something happened during many years, and 2 years ago, I was asked by Professor Riri. Professor Riri was actually one of the executive committee, the first executive committee of this club. And then she said that this club was dying. Actually, we call it Kasubdit of HRD should handle this. And then I talked to Pak Farul, and Pak Farul at the time was the Kasubdit of Human Resource Directorate, and that we decided to establish again this club. So that's all. Brief story. For your information, on last district conference in Cebu, Malaysia, UI Toastmaster Club has achieved an award as Distinguished Club. And we have 3 members here also achieved award. Toastmaster Reza as Rams just opened the meeting. He achieved what we call it, the award. The award, the Achiever Award, because he could finish 2 levels. And then Toastmaster Maulidia, what we call it, the Achiever Inspiration Award, because he has finished 3 levels. And now, and me, I forgot the award because I finished 1 pathway. Excellent award. So that's all what I'm going to inform, and hope next year our club will be better and many members and clubs achieve more recognitions from Toastmasters International, especially District 87. And that's all. So now I'm going to open the meeting. by clapping my hands 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The meeting is open. We are going to start, and I'm pleased to invite our Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster Laras. Toastmaster Laras, she comes on site. Second, yay.
Thank you, Miss Emily, PTA Memory, for your opening. And today we will start the meeting. And I'm TM Maras, and it's pleasure to serve this meeting. And then I will remind you the agenda for today's meeting. The first agenda is about the prepare speech session, which is our members will give their speech by their project. And then the second is about the table topic session. Members and guests can practice, and then also it known as like impromptu speech. And the third is speaker evaluation session. The evaluator will give evaluation of the prepared speaker. And then the last part is the report from the general evaluator. So the theme for today's meeting is work by day. Before we continue the next agenda, I would like to invite the general evaluator. Yes, he is TM Reza. Okay, Reza, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Now I'm back. I'm serving you as your general evaluator for today. And as a general evaluator, my job is to oversee everything that happens throughout this meeting from the start to the end. I'm going to take notes for the punctuality, for the enthusiasm that this meeting show, and also I'm going to note the performance of our team, because I'm not working alone as a general evaluator. To do the job, I need a strong team. That's why the next agenda is I will introduce you to my team. First, I will call the grammarian. Grammarian is Toastmaster. So, grammarian is Toastmaster Piwi. Toastmasters Piwi, time is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reza. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. It's an honor for me to be a grammarian for today's meetings. As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and listen carefully to their language usage. I will take note for any outstanding words, quotes, saying, and thoughts, as well as any grammar mistake that can help us learn and improve. As a grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Today's words is longevity, which means living for a long time or lasting for a long period of time. For example, regular cycling can improve health and contribute to longevity. Today's theme is World Bikes Day. I encourage everyone to use the words longevity during your speech, report, or table topic session. I will give the grammarians reports and the word of the day reports when called upon later in the meeting. Thank you. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster TV, for your thorough explanation about your role as a grammarian. Now we are moving to the second role taker. It's the R and WOD counter that will be represented by TM Helen. TM Helen, please introduce yourself and your role.
Okay, good evening, fellow Toastmaster. I'm Helena, your WOH and counter for today's meeting. So my purpose is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or filler words by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will use words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler words including and er. I will also note when a speaker repeats 2 times of the words of phrase, such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of the times that each speaker used this expression. Also, please don't forget to say today's word of the day, longevity, meaning a long duration of individual life. In example sentences, the members of the family are noted for their longevity. Longevity in Indonesia means umur panjang. That's all. Thank you and have a
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Helen, for your introduction, not only introduction about your role, but also introduction of our word of the day. So everyone, please use our word of the day, longevity, as much as you can during the speech. Now we move to the third role taker. It's the timer. The timer will be represented by Toastmaster Ronald.
Thank you, Ji. Good evening to Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I will tell the timer topic speaker, speeches, and the evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red screen, which stand for specific time remaining. All the speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes. In 5 minutes, I will change the background into green. At 6 minutes, I will change the background into yellow. At 7 minutes, I will change the background into red. The individual evaluation should be 2 and 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will change the background into green. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will change the background into yellow. At 3 minutes, I will change the background into red. Double topic speaker should be no one than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will change the background into green. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will change the background into yellow. At 2 minutes, I will change the background into red. For double topic evaluator should be between 5 to 7 minutes. At 7 minutes, I will change the background into green. At 6 minutes, I will change the background into yellow. At 7 minutes, I will change the background into red. Please note that after the official time ends, speakers still have an extra 30 seconds. So if they finish within the extra 30 seconds, even when the screen is already red, their speech is still count for voting. That's all for the timing rules. I hope our speaker can get on time. Thank you and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ronald. It's a complete explanation about the timing. I hope that speakers of today's meeting will understand to use all of the time effectively. Now it's the last but not least role takers, the ballot counter. Ballot counter will be represented by Toastmaster Deborah. Toastmaster Deborah, time is yours. I think we have a connection problem there with Toastmaster Deborah. So because I see the picture is freezing, it's not moving. So I will explain what is her role. Her role is the ballot counter is to notes to give the audience to choose which is the best speaker. And at the end of the meeting, Toastmaster Deborah will announce the Hall of Fame is the best prepared speaker, the best table topic speakers, and then the best evaluator speakers. And I think that's all the introduction of my team. We can go to the main event, is the prepared speech session. I will give the control back to the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Thank you, GM, for your explanation. Now we will next to the second agenda. It is about the prepare speech session. And today we have 4 speakers. And the first is TM Arif, and his evaluator is TM Arif from Medco Energy Toastmasters Club. And I'm pleased to invite TM Arif. The script is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Laras, and am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So, dear fellow Toastmaster and guests, with me Erwin Fernanda from Medco Toastmaster Club. It's honor for me to be evaluator for the Toastmaster Arif. Toastmaster Arif will be deliver the speed from the level 3 project 3. The project is the project pathway is dynamic leadership, vocal variety, and I just give the introduction about this project. This project, the purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal variety to enhance the speech. Just know that for this project, Rasmus Ari will complete a speech profile that is designed to identify vocal variety skill the speaker use effectively and thus can be improved. And the outline of the characteristics of this project, I will notice on the loudness on volume and the pitch, vocal quality, articulations, timing or rate, vocal variety, and last the uh, project itself. So, without further ado, please welcome Toastmaster Arif, the power of small improvement, Toastmaster Arif.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I want to ask, has anyone ever have a goal to achieve in the next day? Have you ever setting goal for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
So many of you have any goal there in their life. So setting goal is important to us to do. There are many ways to setting goal, but the only way that we set a goal, like example, when we want to achieve maybe salary rise, or want to finish your education, or you have more money in your business, and anything else. That's the always say doing setting a goal. But I remember that when I setting goal with this kind of method, that this goal is my goal. Like example, when I am doing wanted to be better in my heart and my body, I setting goal to achieve great exercise with my days. But at the end of year, fortunately, my goal is not achieved because some kind of difficulty and busyness. I can match the goal to be to doing exercise. Just a little day in that year that I ever going to exercise. There are some method that I practice lately that to doing the goal. The system is come from the book that is the Atomic Habit that famous in the bookstore of the media, secular month. This book said that in order to achieve our goal, we must doing gradual step to achieve that goal day by day. Like example, we want to achieve healthy body, we can setting in one first day 5 minutes of exercise if you want to be healthy and good.
condition. And then the second day, you can set target 10 minutes of your day in your second day. And then in the third day, you can set your 15 minutes in exercise in your third day. This kind of habit that I practice work very well for me because not much difficulties because it's gradually. If 1% we practice per day, and at the end of the year, it will be 100% we can achieve. And fellow Toastmaster and guests, and there are some goals we must achieve that you can use this method to practice your goal and to achieve goal more easily. And you can doing your goal with this kind of step by step until your goal is finished in the end of year. It's like when we planted a tree, we planted a seed or a little tree in the garden. You can water it every day, and every day there will be a lot of progress, but it's slowly, gradually, in a year, in 2 years, it will become a bigger tree. That is kind of habit that we can practice. So, it's like planting a tree. And the last is I encourage we to practice goal step by step and little by little. Thank you.
Thank you, PM Ali, for your speech. What a wonderful speech. Very motivated us. And we move on to the second speaker. The second speaker is TM Umi. So TM Umi will be evaluated by TM Yaslin. And TM Yaslin, I would like to invite PM Yasmin to give the project objectives, and then PM Yasmin, the floor is yours. The screen is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Umi, and she's going to deliver her speech project, which is evaluation and feedback, and she's going to attempt on first speech of evaluation and feedback project. So the purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech also for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. So the speech is going to be 5 until 7 minutes. And now, by that, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Umi. But before that, I would like to ask Toastmaster Umi to deliver her speech by mentioning her name and her speech title, and then her name, and then Toastmaster Umi can deliver her speech right away. Okay, Toastmaster Umi, small sponge, big problem. Small sponge, big problem, Toastmaster Umi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yazlin. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Fellow Toastmaster and guests, I want you to imagine something. So here's the scenario. Imagine that you finish eating and then you look at your plate and think, yes, I need to clean this plate properly. So you grab this, the soft, yellow, squishy little thing that sits on your sink, looking harmless, of course, because it's a sponge, right? Not a bowl or something. But according to research, this innocent looking piece of foam may actually be one of the dirtiest things in our homes. This even dirtier than your phone, dirtier than your keyboard, or in some cases, even dirtier than your toilet seat. Yep. So, today I want to tell you how dirty your sponge really is. And now some of you are thinking, but Omi, I clean my sponge properly. That's really cute. Because based on this research, scientists studied that used kitchen sponge and found bacterial densities that as high as 54 billion bacteria in just 1 cubic centimeter of sponge. Like it's a little tiny piece of that sponge. Think about it. It's 54 billion. And for comparison, that's almost 7 times of the entire population of the Earth. And it's only in a tiny little piece of that sponge, not bigger than a cube or something. Like it's just this part, not all of this. And also, it actually gets worse. Like this bacteria does not just stay on the surface, it's actually goes inside the sponge, like building colonies there and create something called a biofilm. So, a biofilm is basically a tiny bacterial city. You also can know that they build protective layers inside the sponge and hide there and become harder to remove because they like penetrate deep inside. So while you're sitting in your kitchen and and standing there and like, "Oh, okay, I cleaned this sponge properly," but the bacteria inside are probably, well, thank you for your treatment because it does nothing to them. And honestly, this sponge has the perfect life. Like if it used, it's warm, also it's wet in here, right? And also full of our food leftovers. So I think this pieces is basically a 5-star hotel for the bacteria. And after knowing that, like, what do we do after using it? So in our daily lives, we basically just squeeze this once and then put this aside near the sink and let it marinate overnight. But then tomorrow, we use the same sponge on plates, on spoons, or cups, or anything that we used to eat every single day. And voila, your kitchen sponge is become the middleman between the bacteria, and then your lunch. Okay, you might think, what could happen, right? What the worst that could happen? So, based on this research, over time, this can affect the balance of the bacteria in your gut. And you know that your gut does much more than just digest food. It plays roles to your immune system, your energy levels, and even your overall well-being. So, this tiny little sponge that's sitting on your sink, it may have a bigger impact on you and your health. And I believe this one also impact on how we age and our overall longevity, right? Okay. But don't panic, don't panic. I'm not telling you to burn your kitchen or like don't use this at all. You just need a better sponge habit. Okay. So, first, you need to rinse and squeeze the sponge thoroughly after using it. So, after you use it, you need to rinse it properly and then squeeze it more. And then the second one is don't leave it in the soaking water. You need to make sure that this one is dry. And then third, you need to replace every 1 or 2 weeks. And then last but not least, consider using alternatives like dishwashing brushes, silicone, or loofahs. Because the more food particle that's stuck in here, the more opportunities that this bacteria have to grow and multiply, of course. So, fellow Toastmaster, have you washed your sponge? Thank you.
Thank you, TM Umi, for what a wonderful speech. It really increased our awareness about the sponge. And then we will move on to the third speaker, the last speaker. The last speaker is UTM Ravindran Subramanian. Hello, UTM Ravindra. And also, he will evaluated by TM Diah Ningrum from Malang GNC, Toastmaster Club. Hello, TM Diah.
Hello.
Okay, TM Diah, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster Laras. Good evening, everyone. Let me check first. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
All right. Okay. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our third speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Ravindran Subramanian. In his pathway team collaboration on project level 3, project 2, make it persuasive. And the time is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of this project is for the member to understand the types of persuasive speeches and deliver a persuasive speech at a club meeting. Distinguished Toastmaster Ravindran Subramanian, take the lesson, distinguished Toastmaster Ravindran Subramanian.
How many of you here have faced disappointments of any sort? Can I have a show of hands? Thank you. Now, disappointments are as common as rain lilies after a heavy downpour. Disappointments happen at every turn, at the time you least expect, and worst, from the person you least thought would disappoint you, right? So, given as it is, that's the nature of life. So how do you respond to disappointments? I'll share with you a secret. Just take the lesson and move on. What else can we do, right? 3 Sundays ago, precisely on May 17th, a Sunday, I was in Da Nang, Vietnam, as a test speaker for District 97's evaluation contest. Now, to give you some background, I've been a Toastmaster for some 2 decades plus. I'm nearing my second TTM, just a little bit more, and I've got my second TTM. And I've been a test speaker at least on 3 different occasions at district level. 2 years ago in District 102 in Malacca, last year in District 51 in Penang, and again in Bandung, Indonesia, last year again for District 87. So simply put, I know what's involved in being a test speaker. No big deal about it. But to my horror of horrors, when I was delivering my speech and just about to conclude, the contest Toastmaster walked up to me as if to stop me from continuing, just because I've clocked 7 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, I could see the timer barely 3 meters away, waving the thing frantically. And soon after that, of all the people, the district director, who also happens to be the organizing chair, knocking on the glass, dong, 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 dong. I just continued. Well, my speech took another extra 1 minute and 10 seconds with the contest Toastmaster standing right beside me. I maintained composure and completed my speech. Soon after I have delivered my speech, I took the bow, I walked down the stage and went out of the hall through the side door, because that's the door I came in. So I'll go out to the same door, outside of the hall, and went right to the back and came to the main entrance, the front entrance, and I was standing at the back. Normally in an evaluation contest, if you may know, the test speaker will be invited to sit up front. But I never heard the call, so I just stood up front. And anyway, my thinking is, if I cannot be a world champion of public speaking, at least be a world champion of test speakers, if there is one. So there you are, my 4th attempt. Anyway, there was some disconcerting echoes here and there. Some people felt, no, I should have stopped at exactly 7 minutes, 30 seconds. Others felt, so what? Let him continue. But let me share with you, this is what the contest rulebook says. And I quote to you exactly what it says. At the 7th minute, the red light will be flashed on and will remain flashing until the speaker concludes. No further indications will be given for the extra time taken. What does it mean? Of course, if it's the international speech contestant, he'll be disqualified. If it's a table topic speaker, he'll be qualified. If it's an evaluation contestant, he'll be disqualified. But test speaker, what disqualification is there? That's his day, his field. I had planned to give a longer speech because I know my speeches are normally watertight. It's difficult to penetrate and find areas for improvement. So I wanted to just go the extra length and give you something for them to score and talk about. And there you are, the district director pulled the carpet right under the feet without understanding my agenda. Anyway, the district has an honorary district advisor, DTM Paisal Selo, an old-time Toastmaster. He called me upstage and he apologized very profusely on behalf of the organizing committee for interrupting my speech. Well, what can we do? What would you do? I accepted it magnanimously and I just explained, look here, I'm no greenhorn in this. I know the rules. Just that some people have not read the rules, but without knowing the rules, they want to impose the rules. Think about this. How can you impose the rule if you don't know the rule? So that's why it's a difference of opinion. So I accepted it magnanimously, all settled and whatever it is. So here's the lesson. Disappointments are bound to happen. Often not your making. And sometimes from the people whom we least expect. But whatever it is, in the grand idea of moving on and progressing and becoming better and better and better, we just soak it in like the sponge the other speaker talked about. Take it in, soak it in, squeeze it in, take the lesson and move on. Then you will find you become a better person. Just like me, because of the experience, I know in future, I will tell these people in advance, hey, my speech is going to be longer. Please do not interrupt. I have an agenda. There you say there's a learning lesson for me too. But the long and tall of it is, if you're in the game, understand the rules of the game before you impose the rules. So it has happened. Nothing to cry over. I will just take the lesson and move on. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, BPM. Brilliant. What a wonderful speech today, and thank you for all speakers for your speeches. And now we will go to the voting, but before that, I would like to invite TM Ronald to share about the timer reports. TM Ronald, the floor is yours.
Thank you. According to time reports for the speeches, speaker, and you want to thank you.
Okay, thank you, TM Ronald, for your report. And now, you can vote through the link that given by TM Deborah as a ballot counter. TM Deborah will put the link on the chat box, so please check your chat box and then don't forget to vote your best speaker. Thank you. Next, we will move on to the next agenda, and the next agenda is photo session. So I will give TM Ronald to lead the photo session. Let's go. Okay, first we will take a picture. Please open the camera. Please open the camera to all of you that join online. Okay.
Yeah.
The screenshot will look like this. So.
Remove the spotlight first.
Okay. Toastmaster Yaslin. Deborah, would you please open the camera? Deborah. Okay, let's go. Let me change scene. Let's go. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We have to. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. How about you, Helen?
Yes,
You can come forward and once for let's come on.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay, once more. 1, 7, 3.
Okay.
Thank you, TM Helena and TM Ronald. Thank you for all. Now we are entering to the next agenda is table topic segment. And we are going to invite TM Tilly as a table topic master. TM Tilly from UI Toastmaster Clubs, and the screen is yours.
I'm sorry, Tom. Actually, for table topic masters, it should be me, Toastmasters Malidia.
Okay, sorry for the anchor. Yeah, but okay, here is for TM Aulia. Please, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Tom. I will share screen first. Is the screen is seen to your PC?
Yes, Toastmaster Malia.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. I will introduce about these sessions. These sessions, table topic sessions, is the purpose to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice fast thinking, listening, and practicing impromptu speaking with a real method, like give their opinion and reason, example, and maybe we can closing with an opinion. And now I will introduce our team meeting tonight. Actually, today meeting is work by day. Then our word of the day is longevity. Longevity means a long durations of individual life. Example, the members of that family are noted for their longevity. So before I start these sessions, I will explain how to play or the rules to play. First, I will pick one of you to be a speaker. Secondly, the speaker will choose their lucky number, then get the surprise questions to answer. Third, I will let the speaker thinking a few seconds, maximum 30 seconds. And fourth, the speaker start to speak about 1 until 2 minutes. And at these sessions, I need help from timer to remark the time limit of each participant. The timer will change their background into green when you have been spoken in 1 minute. And that means you are on track. And in 1 minute 30 seconds, the timer will change the background with yellow. It means time to wrap up. The third is red background at 2 minutes. And that means you are finished strong. So remember, our word of the day is longevity. Okay, without further ado, I will start to pick one of you or invite all of participants at today's meeting. Wants to join for the sessions? Or should I mention you one by one? Okay. Maybe I will invite guest Adika Yudhistira. Would you like to join?
I would like to join.
Okay. Which number do you want to choose?
I would like to choose number 3.
Okay. Number 3. Guest Adika. Questions number 3. What is the secret to longevity?
Questions number 3. What is the secret to longevity? Your time is 1 until 2 minutes. The screen is yours.
Okay, can I start now?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so in the secret to longevity, in my opinion, is an exercise and a healthy diet. Why? Because one, a healthy mind needs a healthy body, and a healthy body is supported by exercise. Exercise requires the body to basically be active and work beyond their limit for a certain amount of time. This looks like torture, but apparently it is not, because it prevents your body from basically shriveling and decaying. Therefore, you exercise will make you have a better longevity in terms of physical health and activities. Another aspect to include is a healthy diet. Just like a car that needs a good fuel quality, a person needs to have a healthy diet. If, for example, I ate junk food every day, I'm going to feel sluggish. If I drink Coca-Cola every day, I'm going to feel sluggish as well because it contains a lot of sugar. By balancing it with a healthy diet such as drinking water or eating more vegetables to improve digestive health, and also taking a lot of protein to improve the body regeneration capabilities, and also, last but not least, vitamins to improve the body health. So, based on my reasoning, the key to longevity is frequent exercise and a healthy diet. That is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your opinion, and I also agree with you. And thank you for the secret. And as we
You're welcome.
know, there's a lot people have a young face, younger than actually their age. Okay, for the next speaker participants, who wants to join? Let me choose maybe Toastmasters Laras. Would you like to join?
Yes.
Okay, Toastmasters Laras. Oh, you are Tom, right?
Yeah.
Would
Yes.
you like to join?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, which number? We still have 3 questions left. Number 1, 2, and 4.
Number
Which number?
number 1.
Number 1. Okay. Tom Laras. Questions number 1. What are some benefits of using bicycle as transportations? Questions number 1. What are some benefits of using bicycle as a transportation? Tom Laras, you have time 1 until 2 minutes to speak. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, PM Maria. I will decided uh to benefit. The first is about the healthy. Of course, if we use the bicycle as the transportation, we can it can be our sport because we can exercise our body, our length, and also we can use it as our sport. And the second is about the benefit for our environment, because if we use the bicycle to our transportation, we can reduce the pollution that produced by the vehicle or maybe motorcycle and the other transportation that use the fossil energy. So that's all from me. Thank you, TM.
Okay, thank you, Tom. And also agree. And actually, I want to try to use by. Okay, Toastmasters for the next. Who? Maybe Toastmasters. Arif, would you like to join? Oh, okay. Thank you for your availability. Toastmasters Arif, which one? We only have 2 questions left. Questions number 2 and questions number 4. Which one?
Number 2.
Okay, questions number 2. Toastmasters Arif, questions number 2. Do you like riding a bicycle and why? Questions number 2. Do you like riding a bicycle and why? Toastmasters Arif, you have time 2 minutes to give your opinion. The screen is yours.
I like bicycle. Sure, I like riding bicycle because it's not using all of body to our body for doing riding bicycle, like running, that we move our leg, so our leg is very dangerous, can be harmful for our leg. And I like riding bike is because I also like to accompany my children in playing with his bike in the garden or in the UB. Sometimes we often riding bicycle together, and also I enjoy scenery when we riding bicycle. And riding bicycle can make our healthy, especially for our health, our leg become stronger and fit. That's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful. Stories about family time with riding a bike. Okay, for the last questions, who wants to join? Maybe DTM Emry, would you like to join for the last questions?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, we only have 1 question left. Questions number 4. DTM Emry, how do your lifestyle habits impact your longevity? Questions number 4. How do your lifestyle habits impact your longevity? DTM Emry, your time is 2 minutes to give your opinion and answer this question. The screen is yours.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
How do my lifestyle habits, relating to my longevity? I think I do everything that I like. So my habits, whatever it is, I tend to do all with my heart. So I love like a very disciplined time every day. I have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning and I pray, and then I read my Bible, After that, I cook. I love cooking. I love starting my day by talking to God. And after that, I like cooking for my kids. And after cooking, I wash my dishes. And then I prepare myself. I have to go to the office. I go to the office by walking. Why? Because it will very good for my health. And then from 8 in the morning until afternoon, I'm working at the office. After that, I had another projects, and then I come home late at night and I cook again if I have time, or maybe doing anything else. So my principle, you have to do everything with your heart. So even though it was very heavy, but if you are happy to do it, it will impact in longevity. I'm now 53 years old, and I think I'm not old enough. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing your activity. You are a great mom, I think. And the DTM memory has been closed these sessions. Thank you for all the table topic speakers who has been participate in today's meeting. And I want to confirm to the timer about the time of each speaker. Would you like to let us know is there qualified to be voted? Timer.
Thank you. According to time reports for the total topic session, our speakers are eligible to vote. Thank you.
Okay, so all the speakers that qualify to be voted, and don't forget to voting via link that bell counter has been sent to our chat room. And thank you for all the speakers. Once again, timer, ballot counter, and don't forget to vote. Back to you, Tom.
Thank you, TM for the table topic master today. And then we are going to the next agenda. The next agenda is evaluation segment. And also for the evaluation segment will be conducted by our GM, GE, General Evaluator, and also for this session, I will invite TM Reza. The floor is yours.
Thank you to TM Laras as our Toastmaster of the meeting. Hello, Toastmaster, distinguished guests. Now we are at the heart of every Toastmaster meeting is the evaluation session. Just like the bicycle that needs to be maintained so it can still working and can use and helps the bikes maintain its longevity. The Toastmaster have evaluation that helps us to also maintain what can be improved in our space or what already good in our space. And we have all four very well evaluators that will evaluate every speaker from the prepared speech session to the table topic session. We have Toastmaster Erwin, we have Toastmaster Yadrin, we have Toastmaster Erwin will explain or will evaluate the Toastmaster Arif. Toastmaster Yazrin will explain the evaluation for Toastmaster Umi. Toastmaster Dia will explain about his evaluation to Toastmaster DTM Distinguished Toastmaster Ravin, and DTM Distinguished Toastmaster Ravin will explain the evaluation for the able topic session. Now we move to the first evaluator is Toastmaster Erwin. He will explain the evaluation result of Toastmaster Arif. Toastmaster Erwin, the time is yours.
Okay. Am I audible and visible, Toastmaster Reza?
Yes.
Okay.
We can only see half of your face. Maybe you can a bit move forward.
Sorry, this is visible?
Yes, now it's visible. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Reza. Good afternoon, well, Toastmaster and guests. Have you ever listened to a speaker and immediately felt God through a journey, especially on setting goals? Okay, that was my first impression of Toastmasters Arif today. Everyone, please giving a round of applause to Toastmaster Arif. Through his speech on setting goals, he not only shared the importance of having direction in life, but also demonstrate how vocal delivery can help reinforce for message. Today, I had the pleasure evaluating Toastmaster Arif from Universitas Indonesia Toastmaster Club on the dynamic leadership project focused on project understanding and vocal variety. First of all, congratulations Toastmaster Arif on completing this project. Toastmaster Arif demonstrate a strong understanding of the project objective by applying key vocal elements, including loudness and volume, pitch, voice quality, articulations, timing or rate, and vocal variety. Among these, the strong aspects were pitch, articulation, and timing. Toastmaster Arif used a pitch help emphasize important message. And then Toastmaster Arif articulation was clear and precise, making it easy for the audience to understand her message. Additionally, the Toastmaster Arif timing and rate were very controlled, allowing a listener to follow the presentation comfortable. For the improvement, I encourage you to focus on loudness and volume, voice quality, and vocal variety. For example, when explaining the importance of setting goals, maybe you can vary about your volume, or maybe dynamic volume could make key message more memorable, adding more the emotion when you sharing personal experience will help the audience to connect with your story. Additionally, strategic pause and change in pace could create a greater impact. One opportunity to enhance vocal variety when you ask the question for the audience, like for example, has anyone set goals? Maybe the question was, maybe you can make it more engaging, just like the pause briefly before the questions and maybe raise your pitch slightly and then give the audience a moment to reflect. Yeah. Maybe you can change into, no, let me ask you something. Has anyone set goals? Like that. So by pausing before and after the questions and slightly varying your piece, maybe you can create the anticipation and encourage stronger audience engagement. Overall, Toastmaster Arif deliver a well-prepared presentation and demonstrate a solid understanding of the dynamic leadership project. With the continued attention to vocal variety, I am confident your speech in the future will become even more engaging and influential. Thank you, Toastmaster Ari, and back to the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Reza.
Thank you, Toastmaster Erwin, for a wonderful evaluation. And I think we need to move to the second evaluator is TM Yazli, who will explain is evaluation result of Toastmaster Umi. Yaslin, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, GE. I believe that the speech that Toastmaster Umi was deliver about, talking about sponge, that can be a big problem, is very relevant and very informative to all of us in our daily basis. So, because many of us use our kitchen sponge every day, right? But few of us realize that these items can become one of the dirtiest items in your homes, rather to your phone and so on, and the other one. So Toastmaster Umi did an excellent job to explaining this issue by presenting research and also the facts that help us understand that the risk of still using the unclean sponge in our daily life. So good job, Toastmaster Umi. And another strength of her speech was the visual aids. So it's not only slides presentation or so on, but it's like you're simply talking, you rather than simply talking about the sponge, Toastmaster Umi bought a real sponge, like bring a real sponge and show it to the audiences. The simple visual aids made her message more engaging and help reinforce her key points as well. And I also appreciated how she provided practical solutions about how to maintain sponge cleanliness, ensuring that the audience is left not only with awareness like the educative session, but also with the action that we could take or the key message that we can take from her speech. And this is was such a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Umi, and we're very well educative. And I believe there will be always a room for improvement to your speech performance. While the information was valuable and well supported by some researches that I can see on your visual aids, which is a slide presentation, I believe the speech could become more memorable by trying to incorporate your personal stories or experience, like the speech feel like an educational presentation, I believe. So if you could try to share the personal experience, such as like discovering a dirty sponge in your own kitchen and learning this lesson through your family experiences as well, like maybe you ask, like you see your mother still using the unclean sponge, and then you ask oh, Mama, do you know how dirty this sponge is? If you could try to use it more often. And I believe these stories help audience connect emotionally with the message and make the information easier to remember long after the speech has ended. And I would like also to encourage to maintain your eye contact throughout the speech. So more consistent eye contact would strengthen your connection with the audience and make your message could be more impactful to the audiences. And for challenge Toastmaster Umi, I would like to challenge you to deliver another informative speech while incorporating your personal story for your own life and combine your excellent research skills with storytelling. And I believe your next speech will be not only educated but also leave lasting emotional expression. So good job, Toastmaster Umi. Keep up to your speech, and back to you, RGE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yaslin, for your explanation about the TM Umi evaluation. Now we move to the third evaluator. Third evaluator is Toastmaster Gia, who will explain his evaluation result of the speaker. Distinguished Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Gia, the screen is yours.
Thank you, GE. Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Today, I had the pleasure of evaluating distinguished Toastmaster Ravin on his persuasive speech, Take the Lesson. His opening question, have you ever experienced disappointing? So, how do you respond? Immediately engage the audience and made us think about our several disappointment events in our life. We unconsciously are dragged to his speech and relate to our life. The way of persuasive that he used were putting the story and emotion. I could feel the emotion, disappointment, but also I could feel the courage and resilience. I couldn't imagine if I was at your place. I think I got angry and left the stage. That's moral of the lesson. The speaker asks the audience to see in different perspective. And I also said that, yeah, that's a good way of dealing the situation. So I particularly appreciate the use of story, emotion, of course, in the story and example, which strengthen the message both credible and also memorable. I think all of us will keep thinking about the story. And of course, the speaker is delivered was also effective, good eye contact, confident posture, and vocal variety. It shows how experienced he is. And it helped maintain our audience engagement and reinforce the persuasive impact of the message. For one small improvement, distinguished Toastmaster Ravin, I encourage you to end the speech by asking the same question at the beginning. Have you ever experienced disappointment? So, how do you respond? Take the lesson and move on. Overall, this was a well-structured, engaging, persuasive speech that successfully encouraged the audience to consider in different perspectives and take action. So if you have that kind of difficult situation, just face it elegantly. Congratulations, distinguished Toastmaster Rafiq, on a job well done, and give a round of applause. Back to you, Mr. G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dia, for your valuable evaluation to distinguished Toastmaster Ravin. Now, from the someone who is evaluated by the evaluator, it's time for distinguished Toastmaster Ravin to give the evaluation for all the table topic session. And
Thank you very much, sir.
yeah, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much. This evening, Toastmaster Lydia Istighfani introduced 4 topics. It started with a very relevant preamble, how the game is played. She also emphasized the word of the day, longevity, and she said she can either call for volunteers or, in the absence of volunteers, she'll name the people. And she did explain how long it will take, 2 minutes for each speech. So that part, brilliant. The first one, of course, she called on a guest, which normally we don't call on guests for the number 1. Anyone knows the reason why? In case guests don't understand what it actually is. But luckily today, the guests finished in time. I've come across quite a number of table topic sessions in different clubs where they start off with the guest and the guest rambles on for 10 minutes. No exaggeration. 10, 12 minutes. The red light is up and she's still talking, because they don't know the rules of the game. But luckily, this evening, our guest, Adhika, you stopped at 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Topic was, what is the secret to longevity? And you answered it very well. You are right on target. You basically touched on exercise and healthy diet. By healthy diet, of course, we all know it understands nutrition. And you argued that a healthy body is a healthy mind. Or rather, healthy exercise leads to a healthy body leads to a healthy mind. So good arguments there. I felt you had a good opening, good body, and summation, because you summed up again with saying that longevity is simple, basically exercise and a healthy diet. Of course, there are much more, but given the 2 minutes, that's all that you could address. It's good. So well done, brilliant. Moving on, next question 2, addressed by Toastmaster Loras. What are some benefits of using bicycle as transportation? Loras, you spoke for less than 2 minutes, 1 minute and 5 seconds. You just touched very briefly on health and exercise, but you had plenty of hours, pause wheelers, plenty. If you look at the recording, I believe there's a recording, you notice that. Try to get hold of the pause fillers. I know you use the pause fillers and looking for ideas, but try to eliminate that. Then I suggest you could have talked about cycling in Holland. In Amsterdam, cycling is de rigueur. Everybody cycles all over the place. And there's a healthy population they have. You could talk about that, and perhaps you're not in the know on those things, but what I'm suggesting and getting at is to read a bit more. You read a bit more, or even watch some YouTube clips here and there. You get ideas. Table topics, you need a little bit of knowledge. Moving on, number 3, Arif Bakar. Arif, I think you spoke for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Not too bad. Your topic was, do you like riding a bicycle and why? Unfortunately, it did not find the video for whatever reason, so I couldn't see your body language. But your voice was staccato. Staccato means it's just in one tone, stop, then the same tone, stop, same tone, stop. I suggest you use vocal variety in terms of intonation, raise the volume, the pitch, the pace, and things of that nature. And I believe you could have given a stronger speech if you had wanted. But perhaps this is about the first few times you're doing impromptu speech. You haven't really understood it, so eventually you'll get on it. Just keep at it and try to read more, just like the opinion I shared for the previous speaker. Last one, Emery, DTM Emery, what do I have to say? How does your lifestyle habits impact with longevity? I think you went straight into nosedive. You knew what this is all about. You talked about your daily habits. You wake up early, you prepare meals, you say your prayers, get everything ready before you walk to work. And you walk to work, that alone is exercise. And then you say, though you finishes early, you have another project that you're working on, get back home, you do your cooking and whatever before you retire. So you're basically talking about resilience, consistency, and discipline, which contributes to longevity. So I felt bingo. You answered it very well. 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So brilliant. Overall, I think this is a good tabletop session. Very nice topics with a good mixture of respondents, new guests, and senior Toastmasters. Well done to the table topic master. Thank you. And now to the general evaluator.
Thank you to Distinguished Toastmaster Ramlan for your thorough explanation. Mention what is the strong point, what is the weakness of every speakers, and thank you for all the evaluators for giving your evaluation, so all the speakers can take notes and can be a better speaker. Now I give the control back to Toastmaster. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, TM Reza, for the evaluation. And now we are going to the grammarian report. Yeah.
Shall we continue or pray? Or what do you think? We'll have time to continue? Okay, go on to another evaluation.
Okay. So for another evaluation, for them, I will give back to the GE.
All right. The evaluation session is over. Now it's time for me to call my team, the grammarian, to give the reports give these grammarian reports for Toastmaster Tiwi. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reza. Here is my grammarian's report for today's meeting. Today's words Today word of the day was longevity. The words used by TM Umi and the TM Ravendra. Thank you. I hear many interesting ideas and expression too from our speaker today. I enjoy listening to the different ideas shared by our speakers. I would like to share a few of them. From TM Arif, I like the analogy about planting a tree. Achieving goals is like planting a tree. We water it every day, and although the progress is slow, it will eventually grow into a big tree. It's clear show that small action done consistently can lead to big result in the future. And from TM Umi, I enjoy when she said your kitchen spoke is basically a five-star hotel for bacteria. For me, it was a creative and memorable way to explain an everyday problem. And from DTM Ravendra, I like the quote, like just take the lesson and move on. It was a powerful reminder that disappointments are part of life, but what matters most is how we respond to them. So I noticed many good use of language for our speakers today, like TM Arif used the analogy of planting a tree to explain his idea. TM Umi combined humor, facts, and statistics to keep the audience engaged. And the TM Referenda used storytelling to make his message clear and memorable. Overall, I observed clear communication, creative expression, and inspiring message from all speakers. Also, congratulations to all speakers and role takers for making today's meeting enjoyable and meaningful. That's all for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster TV. All right, I would like to remind you that our ballot counter, TM Deborah, have already posted the link for voting. So please vote for the best speaker, for the best evaluator on the link provided. Okay, while you're clicking on the vote, I'm calling TM Helen to give a report about the R and W counter. TM Helen, the stage is yours.
Okay, am I audible yet?
Yes.
Sorry. So for today's WH counter that I come for Toastmaster of the meeting, Jam Laras got 4 of the fill words and repeated words. Blood concert, Team Deborah 0, Timer TM Bruno have 2, Toastmaster Master TM Olivia got, actually this one is 2, and the total of word of the day, the longevity, she got 3. Okay. For me, as a counter, I'm not perfect yet, so I got 0 for this, and I take the longevity word is 1. TMTV got 0 for the pillar counter, and for speakers, for Arif, he got 10 for the pillar words and 0 for the total of word of the day. Speaker 2, Speaker Umi, she got 5 for pillar words and 1 total of word of the day. Speaker 3, Speaker Distinguished Toastmaster Ravendra, he got 0 for the pillar words, the highest one. Let's applause for Miss Distinguished. And unfortunately, the total word of the day still got 0. So the topic speaker 1, guest Anika, he got 0 for pillar words 2, and for total word of the day is 1. So the topic speaker 2, TM Lara, she got 9 for the pillar words and 0 for total
Word of the day, table topic speaker 3, TM Arif got 0 for the word of the day, but also 10 for the pillar words. Table topic speaker 4, distinguished Toastmaster Emirati got 2 for word of the day and 1 and 3 for the pillar words for today. General Operator TM Reza got 3 for the repeat word and for the pillar words. Operator 1, TM Erwin got 0. Operator 2, TM Yaslin got 7 for the pillar words. Operator 3, TM Tia got 0 for the pillar words. Operator satu topic distinguished Toastmaster Ravendran got 0. For total, the highest pillar words for today is word. So I hope everyone could practice more for next meeting. And for the tips from me is, before you speak, please just quiet first, take your breath, so you won't say or the another filler words or repeat words. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Helen, for your, I think, good presentation about what is our filler word count or the word of the day count, with the conclusion of TM Helen, the IWOD report. Now it's time for me, the general evaluator, to give my general remarks. Okay. I want to say that don't be afraid of getting the evaluation for someone, because evaluation makes us better and makes us stronger, because that is the heart of the Toastmaster that helps us improve ourselves, improve our public speaking skills, and also our language skills. And it helps our longevity to be a good speaker in our life. All right, I would like to note that the meeting started a bit late. I'm sorry, because I was coming from my office late, but we are late only 1 minute, which is, for me, it's still acceptable. And then, although we have a bit of a problem, a bit of a mishaps at first with the sound, and also here for the on-site participant, we have a problem with the display. But thankfully, our team, especially TM Ronald, he can handle the problem very well. So the meeting was run smooth. And then I would like to take notes about our Toastmaster of the meeting. I think the Toastmaster of the meeting showed good performance, although this is her first appearance as the Toastmaster of the meeting. Yeah, there is still much room to learn, and sure that our Toastmaster of the meeting can be better and better in the future. I know that you miscalled some of the evaluator at first, and also you miscalled the table topic masters, but you quickly corrected, and which is very good. And then now I want to evaluate the timer. TM Ronald doing his job very well, giving the cue to all the speakers using the background, which is for me is the most effective way of showing the cue to the speakers, so the speakers will aware what time have been left for them. And also, timer helps us to keep our time. So what I see right now, we are ahead of our time. We supposed to close the meeting at 6:30, but I deliver my remarks at 6:09, which is we still ahead of time. Now I'm going to talk about the evaluator. I want to appreciate Tian Erwin for praising and congratulating Arif for his project, which helped Tian Arif, which also boosts Tian Arif motivation to be a better speaker in the future. Tian Arif also provides strong points such as articulation, time management, and also give Tian Arif advice for the improvement, such as to improve the volume, the volume of the voice, and also vocal priority, body language, and we not only give a feedback by just saying, but you also give an example of how to deliver the message better. Like you say, how to say, no, let me ask you something better. And what the better delivery will impact to the audience. For Toastmaster Yazlin, really give audience the brief message of TM Umi speech, so the audience will take notes what is the main the main message that TM Umi trying to deliver, and TM Yazlin also mentioned how she likes TM Umi use the properties for explaining the speech better with the properties. Yasmin also give example on how to deliver the message better, and she also provide a challenge to Ian Umi to deliver more informative speech in the future. And for Toastmaster Dia, you also mentioned what you like on Distinguished Toastmaster Robin's speech and what helps audience understand better the message from the DTM Raffin. You also say that you feel the emotion from the DTM Raffin, which means you mention what is good in DTM Raffin speech, and also appreciate the way that DTM Raffin delivered the speech by storytelling, strong vocabulary and body language, and you also give a feedback what using Toastmaster Raven, the experienced Toastmaster, to improve his speech better in the future, such as you also give how to deliver the closing. Okay. Now for the DTM Raven. For the DTM Raven, you are mention each speaker what is already good and what still need to be improved, especially like what you trying to deliver the message on your speech. You also put a strong point on how the speaker need to use the time effectively. You also say that, for example, Tim Laras still have plenty of much time left, and you give the example on how to use the time left. So in the future, Tim Laras will use the time effectively. And okay, now I move to the grammarian. Mentioning Toastmaster Tiwi, grammarian mentioning the quotes from all the speakers. It is good because that means your really listening to the speakers and get the message of every speech. And you also mentioning every name of the speakers and the quotes that the speakers deliver. That means also you appreciate the speakers. But something that I think you can be improved in the future is maybe you can use some presentation so we can really see the beautiful quotes of each speaker, and it will be more interesting to see the picture of the quotes. And for the WOD and app counter, Toastmaster Helen, I like how you provide the table so we can understand what is our tally, how much we mention the word of the day, how much we doing something like repeated words or filler words, and it helps us understand where we are right now. I also like how you encourage audience to how to reduce the use of repeated words and or filler words. And I think that's all of my general remarks. I want to say thank you for all the officials who makes these meetings run smooth. And I also so sorry if there is something missing in my speech or in my role, because yeah, maybe this is also my first time as a general evaluator. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for the guests. Thank you for the visiting Toastmaster for joining the Toastmaster meeting. I will give the control back to the distinguished Toastmaster and the Toastmaster of the meeting.
Okay, you can give it to me.
Okay, I will give the control to distinguished Toastmaster and ready for the first.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Reza. Yay! Your first experience as general evaluator. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I think we are going to arrive at the end of our meeting, but don't forget there is one moment for Hall of Fame. Yay! So I'm going to invite Toastmaster Deborah to announce the most favorite speakers, prepare speech, table topic speaker, and the most favorite evaluator. So Toastmaster Deborah, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, DTMMP. Let me share my screen first. Unstable. Oh my. Okay, so we're at the end of our meeting, so it's my time to announce the Hall of Fame for today's meeting. So the first one is the best prepared speaker. The best prepared speaker for today's meeting is DTM Ravindran. Congratulations. The next one is the best table topic speaker. The best table topic speaker for today's meeting is DTM Emily. Congratulations. And the last one is the best evaluator. So the best evaluator for today's meeting is Tia. Congratulations. Okay, that's all for me today. Back, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Deborah. So actually, I'm going to ask a guest with the username in XL technology. I don't know, but already left, so it's fine. I'm going to invite you all for our next meeting on Wednesday. We will have online meeting. We will start at 7 p.m. And that's all. Thank you so much for all the role takers and for everybody who still stays until the end of this meeting. Thank you so much. So by clapping my hands 3 times, I officially say the meeting is adjourned. 1, 2, 3. Bye. Yeah. Bagus sih Larissa.